Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second installation of the D9 celebration for Mobile Math Academy. And we are going to be talking about mathematicians who are part of the Divine Nine as we celebrate D9 organizations founded in the month of January. So this week we're going to talk about my sorors, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, aka or Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and a Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Let's get started. All right, first off, let's talk about what is the Divine Nine. So, the Divine Nine are sorority and fraternity organizations that fall under the governance of the National Panhellenic Council. And the primary purpose and focus of the member organizations is community awareness and action through educational, economic, and cultural service activities. So, the very first mathematician we're going to talk about is from my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, founded January 13th, 1913. And we are going to talk about Sora Melba Roy Mootong. Now, Sora Mootong was born January 1st, 1929 in Fairfax, Virginia. She graduated from Howard University in 1950 with a master's degree in mathematics after receiving a bachelor's degree in math with a minor in physics. So while at Howard, Sora Mootong was president of the Kelly Miller chapter of Future Teachers of America and a member of the NAACP as well as the Mathematics Club. All right, she also was on the Dean's Honor Roll for 4 years and was selected for the 1949-1950 Who's Who among students in American universities and colleges. So she started working for NASA in 1959 after working for the Army Map Service and the Census Bureau. So the following year, Echo 1 was put into orbit, and Sora Mootong led a team of NASA mathematicians known as the computers. That's why I have these names on the screen here, because those computers were known, and so they were there to actually track the orbit of the Echo 1. And so her role as Assistant Chief of Research Programs at NASA Trajectory and Geodynamics Division meant that she was responsible for overseeing all of the human computers who were individuals creating and interpreting complex and sometimes long-winded calculations in order to make sure projections and communications were done correctly. All right, so some of these computers you may recognize, and that's why I have these names on the screen, are Dorothy Vaughan, Katherine Johnson, and Mary Jackson, who were mathematicians, and they're members of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and you may recognize their names also from the movie Hidden Figures. So Sora Mootong received both and I'm going to talk a little bit more about AKA, but I just wanted to make sure that you understood the connection between Sora Mootong and the lovely women of AKA who also were part of NASA. So Sora Mootong received both an Apollo Achievement Award and an Exceptional Performance Award from NASA before she retired in 1973. All right, she is the author of a motivational and training or automation in the proceedings of a 1970 symposium and automated methods of computer program documentation. Sora Mootong had 3 children, and she died June 25th, 1990 in Silver Spring, Maryland. So we celebrate this amazing mathematician of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Melba Roy Mootong. All right. The next mathematician we're going to talk about is from the sorority of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I also want to mention again the amazing mathematicians who participated in NASA and actually had a huge contribution in NASA were Mary Jackson, Katherine Johnson, and Dorothy Vaughan. They were all members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and depicted in the movie Hidden Figures. All right, but let's talk about Dr. Gladys West. So Dr. Gladys West, let's talk about, well, AKA was actually founded January 15th, 1908 on the campus of Howard University as well. So Dr. Gladys West was born October 27th, 1930, and all of us use a GPS, right? Well, guess what? Dr. Gladys West, whether you're using it to get driving directions from your iPhone or tagging a location on Instagram or using your GPS, is part of our daily lives, right? Well, little known fact is that the GPS got its start in the mind of Air Force mathematician Gladys West. And she was born in 1930 in, now let me get this right, Dinwiddie County, Virginia. If you're out there and you're from Dinwiddie County, Virginia, please forgive me if I mispronounce that. They're surrounded by sharecroppers, farmers, and tobacco factory workers. She decided early on that staying and working in rural Virginia was not her future. So, although her family didn't have money to send her to college, her hard work paid off and she secured a scholarship to study at Virginia State University by graduating from her high school as valedictorian in 1948. So Dr. West decided to major in math at Virginia State University, where she was also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. After graduating with her bachelor's degree, Dr. West taught science and math in Waverly, Virginia for 2 years before returning to VSU for her master's degree in math, which she actually received in 1955. All right, the following year, Dr. West was actually hired as a mathematician at the Naval Proving Ground in Dahlgren, Virginia. It's now called the Naval Surface Warfare Center, where she analyzed satellite data, which is pretty cool. All right, she was one of only 4 African American employees at the time. So Dr. West retired in 1998 after 14 years at Dahlgren, but didn't slow down despite suffering a stroke only 5 months after retiring. She worked on rebuilding her strength and recovering her lost mobility by taking classes at the local YMCA with her husband, who motivated by a big goal. Get this. She went on to finish her remote PhD program in public administration, which she received from Virginia Tech in 2018. That's awesome. So we salute Dr. Gladys West, mathematician and member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Awesome. Alrighty. And the very next mathematician we're going to talk about is from the sorority of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, which was founded January 16th, 1920. And we are going to salute Viola Tyler Goings. So, Viola Tyler Goings was born August 29th, 1899 in Flushing, Ohio. She is one of the founding members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, which was established on the campus of Howard University, and a lifelong member of the organization. On completion of her high school education, she became a co-ed of Howard University, and after graduating from Howard University with a teaching degree in math, she taught in Smith, North Carolina. And then she later accepted the position to teach at the Annapolis High School in Maryland. Later on, she advanced her career and became an assistant principal at the Cambridge High School in Cambridge, Maryland. We salute Viola Tyler Goings, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and she died March 9th, 1983. We salute her as another amazing mathematician of the Divine Nine. And if you know of any mathematicians who are members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Kappa Alpha, or Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, please leave us a comment on any of our socials and tag Mobile Math Academy in the post. On Twitter, we're at Mobile Math. So please check us out on all of our socials so that you can stay in touch with us and keep us informed of any mathematicians. Now, the very next D9 mathematicians we're going to celebrate, we're going to go all the way to September. So we don't have any other Founders Days to celebrate. So salute to all of our brothers and sisters in the Divine Nine who are celebrating their Founders Days. Shout out to you. Thank you for all that you do in our community, and we celebrate you. Alrighty, so we will chat with you soon. Thank you for joining in, and we'll talk later. Bye.